Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. Kind of a different one today. With Classic just about to release, people ask here and there about my plans. What server, what faction, what class, what guild, and so on. So I thought I'd just answer all of that here today, and also encourage you guys to share your plans as well. Well, first, stepping outside the realm of World of Warcraft, as far as YouTube and Twitch are concerned, for the past 2 months I've been going ham with video editing. Now, you've only seen one video a week, but I actually have a bunch more all finished and ready to go, and that's because when the game releases, I want to stream it a lot without neglecting the YouTube channel, so I've locked myself in my editing dungeon for the past 2 months for all of this. You guys can expect to see about a video a week as usual, and I also plan on streaming every single day over at twitch.tv under the same name, and I'd be glad if you stopped by and say what's up and join me in my journey. As for all of the other stuff though, I did make a video about this a while ago, but things have changed, so I guess it's worth updating. As far as the server is concerned, I'll be rolling on a few different ones. There are a few different guilds that I plan on joining. I want to join Kevin Jordan's guild, I want to join Smooth McGroove's guild. He's making a guild dedicated to fishing, called Nat Piggle is my dad, which just sounds awesome, so I'm definitely joining that. That's one of the cool things with Classic, I think, is you can have fun doing pretty much anything. Fishing included, so I look forward to that quite a bit. And I'll also be joining S-Fan's guild on my main character and do all of that fun endgame raiding and PvP over there. S-Fan and Kevin Jordan will be on Fairlena, so that'll be my main server, and Smooth is appropriately rolling on the Piggle server. So this is a good combo, I think, because I'll be on the big streamer server, which will be super hectic, and if I want a more relaxed and casual experience, I can always fall back to Piggle. So this also kind of answers another common question, and that's, will you make a guild? This is something that hasn't changed from the previous video, and it's also something I'm pretty adamant about, and that's a no. And the main reason is just the amount of work it takes. I don't think people realize just how much work it takes to run a guild, especially in Classic. The game as a whole is centered much more around the community, so I feel for a guild to thrive, you have to be super involved and have cool events and whatnot. And it's not really something I have time for. I'm going to try to be doing both YouTube and Twitch, and sometimes still go outside, so if I'm running a guild, my life really would be 100% World of Warcraft, which I think would just burn me out and be a bad idea in the long term. You can say what you want about current, but as far as guilds are concerned, there have been a ton of quality of life improvements that saves a bunch of headaches. You have the calendar system to easily schedule events, the guild bank system to organize resources, and even going outside of that, personal loot is a huge lifesaver and saves a lot of drama. One of the things that I don't miss with Classic is the petty drama that everyone would get into because of loot. Like, why did X class get Y loot? This is bullcorn. You know what I mean. You had the DKP system to help with that, which was a whole other beast itself. Tons of work keeping track of that. And you had loot councils, which just divided the outrage between a few other members. And the raids were 40 men back then, so with more people, it's just more time recruiting, raid spots, loot priority, getting everyone attuned, and it goes on and on. Leading a guild in Classic is a tremendous amount of effort, and something I'm not really interested in at this point. I could have help with it, maybe just be a member, but having a posse rolling around with me isn't something I'm really interested in either. And I don't say this to be rude or antisocial. I'll be playing with everyone, but one of the reasons why I like Classic is you're the little guy again. You're not this ultimate best friend of Khadgar world savior. Nope, you're just this random foot soldier in the army of the Alliance or the Horde, so having a dedicated posse just goes against the grain for me. In fact, I'll probably have a few characters that I keep private just so I can get that full experience because I will be streaming anyways. I'm already kind of sacrificing that. And hopefully this doesn't sound too arrogant. I don't want to give the impression that I think I'm a huge celebrity or something. I'm just a dude who sometimes makes decent videos, and after a lot of thought, I'd rather just join someone else's guild. Like, I don't even want to be an officer in any of these guilds. I'll leave everyone else to deal with the drama. I have enough drama in my personal life, I don't want to deal with someone else's. So, just wanted to mention that. That question has come up a ton on Twitch and YouTube, so I thought it was worth addressing. And another question that comes up is class, and this has also been a really tough one. Really, ever since the announcement, I bounced between every single one, but for the past few months, I'm pretty adamant on Warrior. Through playing the beta and leveling a Warlock to 40, I figured out that I'm a melee at heart in this game. Nothing against warlocks, I love them, and it'll probably be my first alt, but I'm just a melee player. Really, I actually prefer Rogue over Warrior, but Rogue was my main character for the original vanilla, so I want to try something a little different this time. Plus, the Warrior is like my mascot for the channel, so it just makes sense. Putting that aside though, I really like Warrior for their stance dancing. This is back when you had 3 different stances, and that's Battle, Berserking, and Defensive. Certain abilities are locked to certain stances, and you really had to master weaving between them, and it was something that I always liked about the class. Some see it as annoying, but I think it's pretty fun. I also like their jousting gameplay. Basically, you get a swing timer, and right after a hit, you try and kite until you're ready for another swing, essentially minimizing your downtime and protecting yourself between swings. This is called jousting, and it's super important for PvP especially. I think that they have a pretty high skill cap, especially for PvP, and I want to try to get really good at that, so it's a good mix for me. They're like the worst class in 1 vs 1, so I'll probably lose most of my duels, but they're also the best class with the pocket healer I think, so super fun for group play. So overall, just a really fun class I think for both PvE and PvP, and the reason why I'm picking it up. As for race, I gotta go human. I like them the most aesthetically, and as you may know, they get that increased weapon skill, so that's a win-win for me. Really, most of my characters will be human, since I like their starting zones, their animations, and their racials are usually pretty decent all around. The only suboptimal class for them is Warlock I think. You'd much rather be Gnome for the intellect and escape artist, but I go with human anyways because I think they look cooler. And as for endgame activities, as I said I want to PvP a lot and try to get good at that. I'll probably fail, but hey, I'll try my best. Maybe get like rank 10 in PvP, because that's what I got back then. That's enough for the blue set by the way. Maybe go rank 11 for the mount this time. Probably no rank 14 for me, because like I said, I like to leave the house every now and then, but who knows. And I plan on doing lots of PvE of course. I want to be super competitive, and just enjoy my return to these old raids. My ultimate goal, of course, would be to kill Cthulhu and kill Thazad, because that's something I failed at in the original run. My guild did pretty good, but the Old God and 2/3 of Naxxramas did evade us, so it would be cool to finally close that chapter, so to speak. I'd also like to try and go for the Black Kiraji battle tank. I don't know, it's super tough to get, and you need a lot of help from your guild. And again, I don't want any special treatment or anything. I just want to be another player, so that might be out of reach for me unless the stars happen to align. And really, that's about it. Ultimately, I just want to enjoy my time in the game just like anyone. The only downside that I can see right now is I'll probably have to rush my leveling. For those who watched me in the beta, you know that I like to take my time with leveling. I don't dungeon grind. I like to go out and explore, level my professions and so on, and smell the roses so to speak. But if I'm streaming, especially on a PvP server, I'll probably have to end up rushing my leveling quite a bit. Falling behind on a PvP server can be rough, especially if you're streaming, and since I have the YouTube channel, I'll be more inclined to level quickly so I can keep up to speed with everything. It's unfortunate, but just a product of streaming and YouTube I guess. But maybe not really a huge deal, because a good thing with the beta is I got my slow leveling done, so I already got that experience, at least up to level 40. And again, I will have offline characters, so I'll eventually get the best of both worlds, so best not to worry about that too much I guess. Speaking of which though, like I said, I do plan on streaming quite a bit, and I'd like very much for you to join me. At first, as you'd imagine, it would just be leveling, and then after that we have some pre-raid gearing, maybe some PvP here and there. I eventually want to do some challenge runs once things settle down. In the beta, I was doing deathless leveling runs, where if I died, I deleted the character. We got to level 23 I think, on a hunter before the servers went down, so it'll be fun to continue that. I think if I get to 60 on a hunter, I might try to Iron Man it and go with no greens, and if I'm successful with that, we'll switch classes, ultimately climaxing with an Iron Man warrior, which I don't even know if it's possible. I have lots of plans as you can tell, so whether you see me next on YouTube or on Twitch, I hope you have fun with the game. I've been ranting about this game for years, even before the official announcement at BlizzCon 2017, so the big test is coming. How many people will be as obsessed with classic World of Warcraft as I am? Did I hit the mark with all of my videos? Did I remember things correctly? Will it be a success? I think it will, but only time will tell. Regardless, I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who took the time to watch my videos and my streams. The channel and my time on here as a whole has just been amazing. I really am at a loss for words of the support that I receive from everyone. I think sometimes it's easy to dehumanize people over the internet, especially if they're ultimately just a voice, but rest assured, despite the voice, there is a human behind this avatar, and I just want to let you know that the love you've given me over the past 5 years now is very appreciated. This channel started as some random dude with too much time on his hands talking about his unhealthy obsession with the game, and will eventually end with some random dude with too much time on his hands talking about his unhealthy obsession with this game. So, wherever you see me next, on here or in stream, I hope that you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.